Today we're doing swatches, a review, and a look using the new Melt Cosmetics Impulsive palette. And we are starting in 3, 2, 1. Hey, it's Amanda. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome back to my channel. But if it's your first time here and you enjoy beauty hauls, unboxings, first impressions, reviews, and more, you've come to the right place to hit subscribe for new videos weekly. Currently we're in the month of July and I have my 300 subscribers / summer giveaway going on right now on my channel. I will leave a link down below if you haven't entered already. And one of the prizes is the Melt Cosmetics Impulsive palette. This one is mine. I am not using the one that you guys are going to be winning. I have it in a safe spot. Currently doing this like mini series of doing swatches, a look, and review of the palettes that I am giving away. So don't forget to enter. The giveaway ends July 31st. So without further ado, let's jump into some swatches, a look, and my review. Before we start off, this is what the palette looks like. It is gorgeous. This is my first Melt product that I have tried. I really want the Gemini palette. The Smoke palette looks really beautiful too. I'm really also excited that Melt is finally at Sephora. This color story is quite unique. It's definitely on the more colorful side. There's some warm and cool shades, which is a very nice balance. I think that this palette has a lot to offer. So yeah, let's start off by doing some swatches. Before we get swatching, when I do my fingertip hand to arm swatches, there's nothing on my fingers, there's nothing on my arm to act as a base. It is just my bare hand and my bare arm, and I only do one swipe down of each swatch, otherwise noted. It's like a book. Wow, these colors felt really nice. Both the mattes and the shimmer had a very buttery, smooth, and creamy feel. 2012, Rule Breaker, and Go Getter. Oh my gosh, those swatched beautifully. I am obsessed. Definitely there's pigment there throughout the entire swatch, and it looks like these are gonna be really nice to blend. I'm hoping that the pigment payoff is also really nice. Sometimes like a nice beautiful red like this can stay in the eyes. So we'll see when we are removing the swatch with a makeup wipe if there is like a little bit of staining. Also, look at that pigment still on the fingers. Very impressed from the first 3 swatches. Okay, I do want to say this middle shade, the Shimmer CEO, definitely had a little bit of kickback from the swatch. Other than that, everything felt like the first 3 shades, Dream Big, CEO, and a Boss Lady. You can also see the kickback on that shade CEO. There's a little bit of chunks going on. There's a little bit of fading of this darker matte, but I'm not that concerned because there's pretty much pigment throughout the entire shade. It's just the tail is fading. Ah, there was pigment. You can even tell that my fingers are starting to stain a little bit. I always get excited. I just love doing swatches. These 2 green shades look like a lot of fun. I've been wanting to get more into green eyeshadow. It's a shade that I really want to use. I just don't know what to do with it. Game Changer, Profesh, and Bold. Oh my gosh, so this is what the left side of the palette looks like. All these shades are super gorgeous. These are just popping out at you. They're just screaming, choose me, choose me. It's gonna be so hard to choose. I'm living for this. And there was pigment on the finger still. And let's just see. The pigment payoff is going to be insane. This is with a makeup wipe. Now for the right side of the palette. Those shimmers though, Makeup Junkie, Warehouse Party, and Poppin' Bottles. The shade Popping Bottles makes me want to burst out into the song Like a G6. So bad. So nostalgic. Oh snap. There's a little bit of kickback on these swatches. They didn't have that much noticeable kickback compared to that dark brown shimmer CEO from the left side of the palette, but in the swatch they do have similar like little chunks in it. I love a good shimmer. Looks like the right side of the palette is all shimmers while the left side only had 2 shimmers and the rest were matte. And now let's do this middle section. I have swatched it on my Instagram. The photo is live. You can follow me on Instagram, _Amanda, to check those out. I feel like the first 2 shades speak to me on a spiritual level. Shots and Tipsy. And this last shade is Crossfaded. I am obsessed with Tipsy. When I did the swatches for Instagram, I was like, that is going to be my favorite shade. And we still have pigment on the fingers. The shimmers don't have as much pigment left on my fingers after doing the swatch, but there still is a little bit. It might not need MAC fix, but I'm still curious to know how these shimmers perform wetted. And last but not least, the bottom row. No Regrets, Morning After, and Drunk Text. I don't know why my pinky went with that too, but Morning After and Drunk Text kind of have that chunkier shimmer feeling that CEO did. I am living for all these shimmer shades. Two things that I don't like about this palette. One, the packaging is kind of obnoxious in a way. It's unique, but it's just really bulky for my liking. But I think it's really cool with all these photos. I mean, it's super cute. I don't know who they are. And then two, I don't really have a white shade that I can set down my base with because I know I'm gonna need a base for this palette. We have so many pretty shades to play with, and I've been really loving using tackier bases. And for me, and my preference is to set the base. I want to make sure it's like completely dry, smooth for the shades. Other than that, this palette is gorgeous. The swatches were very impressive, and I'm going to be priming with my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer on a Wet n Wild brush. And you only need a little bit. Literally just paint this on. I only have my brows filled in with the Benefit Brow just for my preference, and because I know it's going to bother me if I don't set my base, I am going to dip into a different palette for a shade that I do want to set my base with. I'm taking the Morphe 35H palette and taking this shade right here. This is like my favorite shade that I have found to set my base with. On a Luxie 231 small taper blending, I'm going to take the shade Boss Lady. Didn't notice kickback, but there was a little bit of fallout when I tapped it already. Like, super pigmented. Obsessed. It's pretty pigmented, and it's also effortlessly blending. And for me, I like to go up pretty much either to my brow or just above it because I do have hooded eyes, and I like to maximize my whole eye space. Just because otherwise, my looks kind of look messy and kind of hard to really see what I'm trying to go for. I took a smaller tapered blending brush because honestly I was scared how this shade was gonna blend out. So I was like, well, maybe if I take a smaller one and just work my way through, it will be good. So I am having to work it up because I am using a smaller crease brush. I'd rather this than looking like I have a black eye. And then on a Luxie 229 taper blending, I want to take Dream Big just to do first third of my eye with those two shades together. Wait, actually we might be doing the whole eye. These two shades together are stunning. We're just gonna do some circular motions together because I was not expecting it to be that pretty together. You can definitely tell a difference from this eye and this eye. You need to start rounding my outer V a little bit. Loving how these shades are blending together. On a Sigma E57, I'm gonna take the shade Go Getter, and I just want to take it right here on like the first third of my eye. It is popping without MAC Fix. I'm gonna clean off this brush because I want to use it again. Love this sponge cleaner because I don't have enough E57 brushes to use. That little tool comes in handy. And then I want to take the shade Tipsy to do the remaining 2/3 of my eyelid. So it's a little, oh, there it goes. I was gonna say, it's not as pretty as the Swatch, but it's having to be built up. That's the key. And the shade has a little bit of fallout with like the specks of glitter because there is a little bit of fallout on my face. Didn't mean to go for like another 4th of July look. I just really couldn't decide which shimmer I wanted to use on my lid. These were two I was contemplating with, and we went with both. I don't know how well it goes with the crease area that we have. It is what it is. And then I'm just gonna take, with no additional product, just to make sure that the crease and lid areas look nice together. Like a grungy 4th of July look. I do want to take some eyeliner. I'm gonna take the Morphe felt tip and use it to follow my eye shape. Before I forget, because I forgot my Dominique Cosmetics Rustic Glam video, I'm going to go on ahead and put some mascara on. This is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. On a Luxie 141 mini small round, I'm gonna take the shade Morning After to smoke out the lower lash. I know it's a shimmer. I do smoke out my lower lash with some shimmer sometimes. I'll also do like full looks with shimmer shades. I just love a good shimmer shade. Can't decide if I should have put eyeliner on my waterline. It looks very similar to Boss Lady and Dream Big mixed. And then I want to take the shade Shots on that same brush to brighten up my inner corners. And I am going to spray some MAC Fix, adding like just the right amount because I was afraid it would take over Go Getter, but it's just enough. So overall, I think I like the mattes better than the shimmers. I do feel like they are starting to fade away slightly, especially when I went back in towards the end of making sure that the lid and crease were blended together for no harsh lines. I did not go back in, try to pop them up a little bit, but you can definitely tell with Shots in the inner corners that MAC Fix definitely helped it, and the staying power of the shimmer looks a little bit better. I think the mattes blended out super nice. I really love the color that Dream Big and Boss Lady made when they came together. It looks very similar to a matte version of the Morning After, which is also really pretty on the lower lash line. Now, since there is no mattes on the lower lash line, Morning After also looks pretty pigmented as well. I think that's just where my mistake went, was just going back in, but I really wanted to make sure there was no harsh line between my eyelid and the crease area. I really want to dip back into this palette. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, these two shades where the shimmer shades were would have been really cool too, but I definitely wanted to play around with shimmers instead of making a whole matte look. I definitely think there's so many other looks to be created. I just want to play around with the shimmers more to see how I can make them still pop, because they are gorgeous, especially with this half being all shimmers. There must be a trick to it that I just don't know. If you've used Milk Cosmetics, what is your tip on making the shimmers pop? I usually always do wet my brush for the inner corners, but since Go Getter and Tipsy weren't, oh, I just touched it, weren't as popping, that's also why I wanted to do MAC Fix with Shots. If you have this palette, let me know your thoughts and experience of this palette was. Also, let me know what looks you've created with. Feel free to tag me on Twitter and Instagram your looks. I would love to see them to get some inspiration for my next one. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next video.